Everybody, so in a video just about a minute ago I made a video on my netbook showing you how to create a bootable USB on 12.04 Ubuntu 12.04. I showed you how to do that on my Dell Mini 1012, so that went well, and I've transferred the USB, which is an 8GB USB, over to this laptop, which is an Acer Aspire 5736Z. So here you go, here's the laptop. I've just booted it down. This used to have Windows on it, Windows 7, so now I'm going to open it. As you can see, here you go, just a normal keyboard, screen, glossy screen. You can get all the specs on it online, but it's got a Pentium Intel processor, Windows 7 and 3GB of RAM. So once you put the USB in the laptop, just need to boot it up, and then you need to press your function key to get onto your boot menu device. So once you're on your boot manager, you need to go to the tab what says, mine's number 4, what says USB HDD. So then you're going to press enter. And then once you boot it up, you might see this screen. So then I'm going to press English, and then it's going to come up with this: try Ubuntu without installing, or install Ubuntu. I'm going to try it first and see if it works with my machine. This is a great option if you just want to see if it runs with your hardware and your wireless card, and see how fast the machine will be with this version of Ubuntu. So you just press enter and just wait a bit. You can see there's a little thing in the top left hand corner, and there you go, there's your Ubuntu logo. This shouldn't take that long because it is off a USB stick, and it will take longer on a CD or DVD because the transferring of files is quicker on a USB because it's off a hard drive than getting it off a CD. So we're just going to wait a minute. Once it's all booted up off the USB drive, not the hard drive, then you can go around and see if your drivers work. So you might see this message saying restricted drivers available. This means that it's not a free open source driver. So if you've got a wireless card, which mine is it's a one what comes from a retailer, so it's not open source. So if you're dedicated to staying open source, then you would get a computer or a wireless driver or a video driver which actually is open source. But most people just go for the method of installing the restricted drivers. So my wireless works, so I'm just going to log into my wireless. This is simple by just going up to this. It looks a lot like Mac, where you have loads of things going like that, and that is like a wireless network sign. If you don't have that sign, then you've got a problem with your wireless network. Maybe your driver's not installed. The Ubuntu forums will help you with that, or askubuntu.com will help you with that. So I'm just going to type in my wireless network key. You should all have a wireless network key because it's a security that nobody can hack into your wireless network. So once we're connected, so I'm connected to TalkTalk, you can go around, mess with the browser, see how fast it is. It would be helpful if you did have the internet for the install process. That would know where you live, so it can select it straight away, which is easier. I don't know why it's not booting up Firefox. I'll just try it again. So there we go, there's our Firefox web browser, and you can run mostly anything you want, but if you are saving files, they won't be saved to the USB, and they won't be saved anywhere else. So this is just a tester. Please do not save any files to this, because you'll lose them all when installing it actually on your hard drive. So let's get onto that process now. So I'm just going to exit out of Firefox, and you've got two options. You can go onto this little thing here, this little button which says install Ubuntu 12.04 LTS, or you can go on the desktop one here, which is the same thing. I'm just gonna do it off this one. They're both the same thing anyway, so don't get confused by that. So I'm just gonna let that load, and then this will come up saying welcome. So if you've ever been in a Ubuntu machine, which I'm guessing you've not, then this will come up and you can select your language from the left panel at the side there. You can see a long list. You can read the release notes, but I'm not going to do that. Just press continue. Then it's going to check what you have on your machine, and it's going to check if you have at least 4.5 gigabytes of available drive space, also that is plugged into a power source and also connected to the internet. Press continue. And then it gives you some options now, so don't be daunted by this option. This is very useful if you want to make a partition for just a Windows side and just a Ubuntu side. So if you have Windows 7 already installed on your machine, you can boot them side by side. So when you come up to when you're booting, then you can select which operating system you want to have. So what I'm going to do is erase the whole computer. I'm just going to go through the ones actually now. So you can install it side by side, that'll be the first one, or you can upgrade if you've got Ubuntu on your machine already, or you can erase Ubuntu or your whole drive. Then it's just making sure that you got the right drive that you want to install it on. So I have, and I'm going to press install now. So it'll take about 10 to 15 minutes for this to do. You also have a bit of screens here, just making sure where you live and setting your clock and everything. So just press continue if you live in that right area. It's very important about the keyboard layout that it's right. So I live in the UK and that's alright. So now you need to enter your name. So I'm just going to enter my name. And then you do need a password for any Ubuntu machines because it's that secure that they want you to have a password installed. But you can, if you can see there, log in automatically, which is like Windows XP and Windows 7 if you do not have a password. The password is only for when you're installing new software or making changes to your operating system to make it more secure. Press continue. And then it'll come up with this. You can make a webcam picture, put you on, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have this little cat thing. And then I'm going to press continue. And then we get a little slideshow showing us what new features are in this new distribution and what you can do with your Ubuntu machine and helpful tips. So I'm just gonna pause this video and I'm gonna be back when the install has finished. So once the install has finished, you will be presented with the same desktop and the same theme as you did on the USB stick. I've still got it in the machine. You should take it out before you boot back into this machine on your hard drive. So things should be considerably faster because it is coming off your hard drive, and all the drivers should be working because they've all been installed. So I'm just going to open my web browser again, it's coming up with the restricted driver again, but I don't need to install it because it's already working. And last time I did install it, it went a bit wrong. So as you can see, the Firefox browser did open a bit faster. So there we go. That's how to install Ubuntu off a USB. If you've got any more questions, remember to send me a message or comment below. If you're having troubles with the USB install, you can also try the CD, that may work, but I do recommend installing it off a USB like this. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you next time.